So before now I spent years of my life studying English literature, which means I now have that annoying habit of overanalyzing everything and seeing connections where there probably aren't any. And that's exactly what I'm going to talk about now, because dear god, that was an intense half an hour. Obviously, it goes without saying that this will include spoilers. I'm saying it now. Spoiler alert. Another quick thing is that this will focus primarily on Horror-B, as that's where the overanalyzing comes. That's where my brain is at. This is what I've been waiting for since January. If I was to try and cover everything, I'd just be forcing myself, so this is me, overanalyzing Horror-B and the Ark. Here we go. Horror-B attacks a farm. I know mate, steady on, we're really getting into it now. He calls Aduto out for his optimistic, look at what can happen when humans and humour gear work hard together spiel, saying humans destroy the natural environment and try to control it, which, I mean, he's not wrong. He demands Ikazuchi's data key back and commands his humour gear army to start destroying the farming area when Aduto refuses. And I grow my own food. I live and grew up in a farming area. I know how difficult and grueling farming can be, and I feel like that's justified. Imagine me going to the police saying, this guy keeps trampling my tomatoes, and they go, oh no, why would he do that? And I say, because I kidnapped someone and refused to give him back. I mean, you do you, Horror-B. In all seriousness though, this prompts a fight, which, holy crap, that was an amazing tension moment on Horror-B's part. He just emerges through the fire, that's so cool. I know this is not the point of this video, but I can't help it, that entire fight scene was just, wow. He has so much presence, how could we watch that fight scene alone all day? Horror-B gets the upper hand of Aduto, a human tries to attack Horror-B, bless. Horror-B pushes him away and walks towards him menacingly. I am really enjoying Takahiro Seiji in this role, he does the villain aspect so well. This other guy stands between them, in a similar way Horror-B is going to next week, in a similar way he did before, shouting, don't hurt my son. Horror-B has a moment, says, son? Looks between the son and the dad, says, I see, you're a parent and child, and attacks the dad instead. Is this foreshadow? Was this projecting? My overanalyzing brain screams during that scene. He couldn't bring himself to fight the son, but he had no problem fighting the dad. Does that mean Horror-B values kids over their parents? Was he projecting his own lack of self-worth? He sacrificed himself for Jin, and yes, the Ark told him to, but he was concerned long before that. And it looks like he's going to do the same again next week. Not sacrifice himself, I'm sure he's not going to die next week, or I'm just from the series, but he's ready to take the hit. I like how Horror-B is starting to have reactions over the whole parent and child aspect. It almost mirrors how we first saw Jin gain singularity, at least I'm pretty sure that's what happened, and it makes me feel more confident about the idea of Horror-B eventually gaining singularity through parental love. When the Ark hacked Horror-B, thank you Easy for acknowledging that, it erased Horror-B's memory of being a dad humour gear. He has no memory of his life before the Ark. The Ark is absolute. He exists for the Ark, nothing and no one else. You can't reason with Horror-B. If you try to reason with Horror-B, you're reasoning with the Ark, and that's just not going to happen. You can't just talk Horror-B out of being hacked by the Ark. It's like when you tell people you have depression and someone says, have you tried just being happy? You have to do more than that. You have to put in the effort. You'd have to go the extra mile for someone like Horror-B, because the Ark just has so much hold over him. And the episode with G-Pen showed just how much a humour gear needs a satellite. Imagine that, G-Pen being disconnected from Zia and having no idea what to do, except worse, because he's been manipulated like this for 12 years, and he doesn't even have a memory to fall back on. I was going to go into the psychology of memory, but I don't think we can compare this to just pure memory loss. I believe this is more of a repressed memory, and my knowledge of that is very fuzzy. I mean, there's a lot of debate around repressed memories and psychology, and I am not at the point where I can contribute. Essentially, the memory is still there, he's just unable to access it. I think Aduto is onto something. I don't think Horror-B is entirely forgotten. I think those instincts are still there, and I think he has the potential to recall them. I don't think they're gone forever, and I think somewhere deep down he knows it's true. In real life, a repressed memory would be caused by something traumatic. The way Horror-B reacted to Midori telling him he must have had a reason to live with humans. He was calm until then, and Horror-B is not one to lash out like that. He doesn't emote that much, and it makes me wonder just what happened before he was hacked. If that was me talking to a patient, I mean, I wouldn't be that forceful in getting my patient to talk to me, and still at university, I'm not there yet. But I would assume if my patient had been calm and passive until then, that the idea of him living with humans, being created for humans, was triggering to him. Or on the other hand, it could have been that asking Horribee what he was created for was leading him dangerously close to recalling his repressed memories, and the Ark had to take control and shut her up. Or maybe it's avoidance and he doesn't want to remember. There are so many ways I could take that scene, and all of them make me feel just terrible for Horribee. He is really suffering here. He needs help too. I've never been more certain of that. And then, after lashing out, all he can say is, the entirety of my life is the Ark's will. That really cut deep. It was chilling. The Ark really does have that much control over him. Just nipping in during editing to say that someone pointed out to me when Horribee hit Madolly, he looked over to his hand really confused as if he didn't understand why he just did that. Actually physically killing someone himself. Before now he was setting up situations that killed people, which yes is still considered killing someone, but this is the first time we really saw him physically killing someone. And this was also the first time someone really tried to get through to him. It was the first time someone asked about his past and really pushed him on it. It felt to me, with the knowledge that Horribee is hacked by the Ark, and as such his decisions are the Ark's decisions. And maybe this is just me desperately not wanting to reduce Horribee to a mindlessly evil villain, since he is, hacked and brainwashed and needs as much help as everyone else. It felt to me like this was the Ark pushing back, saying, no, this is where you stand. This is what you were created for. It was a statement to Aruto to stop him from trying to reason with Horribee, and it was a statement to Horribee that you are mine, you exist for this, nothing else. Aruto confronted him with knowledge. He told him about his repressed memory of being a dad humagear. He asked him, didn't you try raising Jin because you were trying to be a dad? Which, first of all, tried? God, no need to patronise him. But also it kind of disturbs me that he knows that. I didn't know he knew that. Does he know Jin was a child? And he has no remorse for having killed him? But whatever, I can't get bogged down in that. All Horribee is able to say in this moment is, give me Ikazuchi's data key. So much happened in this episode and it has definitely not alleviated my anxiety over Horribee, but I adored it from start to finish. I have missed Horribee so much. I hope this continues. I hope he survives May. Now to spend the whole of the week anxiously waiting to find out who Aruto is protecting Horribee from and what comes of that. I hope they don't have Horribee stabbing Aruto in the back or something just to prove how he's beyond saving. You can't save everyone is a good message. Don't torture yourself or other people, take care of yourself. If talking doesn't work, kill them. Isn't.